Alright everybody, this is it. I have made my final edits to my deck, and instead of letting myself stay a water deck, I've taken out quite a few of the water-based cards, and just made an old deck. A deck from all the cards they first gave us in the game. I'm not even joking. I'm talking about like the oldest cards that they originally gave us from this, from when we started with the starter deck. I kept the name Mermaider because it's still got like a bunch of water stuff in it, but you're going to see a big difference. There's going to be a lot less water stuff compared to what it was. Or no, you're going to watch me draw all the water monsters I have. Yeah. I just draw 3 water monsters immediately just to prove myself wrong. I love it. That's exactly what was supposed to happen. Alright, let's see. Mecha Bunny. There's a blast from the past. I'm assuming that's going to be a bottomless, and I'm going to go aggressive on my first turn, so we're going to summon Oystermeister. Oystermeister actually does have a pretty good use in this deck. I'm going to give it United We Stand. That way, if my opponent does pop it or does something weird to it like that, I'll still be able to get my token out of the deal. And Zombie Master leaves the field. And there we go. That's a win. So now, let's see what else this guy's got in store for me. I feel like 2400 attack is plenty to take down this zombie guy. Soul Taker, and I died by a spell card as I had planned, because that means I at least still get a token out of the deal. It's like, yep, if you're going to destroy this card not by battle, then you're going to have to let me get what I need. And this will just protect my life. Zombie Master, unlucky. Yeah, I was going to say, Zombie Master can get Zombie Master, and then it can get a Plague Spreader Zombie. Yeah, that was a crazy start. My opponent has had a crazy start, everybody. Which means I'm going to be dealing with the Revive King in the end. That was a good combo. Drawing 2 Zombie Masters equaling... And a Plague Spreader to equal this. Okay. That's a little problematic. Revive King stops my Mecha Bunny idea. Alright. As long as they only have level 4 monsters, my water monster still works, though. So, I could still go for Ice Blast User Rice. Wait, oh, why didn't it move? I was trying to set it. Oh, I hate when that happens multiple times, and it's because of the controls on this DS. This DS literally, like, it can be finicky sometimes. And now I'm going to be dealing with the worst possibility. Yep, in a game where I need lots of life points, I'm about to lose lots. Oh, do I die? Do I straight up die because I couldn't set this card? That's embarrassing. I'm like, yep, this is the run where it works because I've improved my deck greatly. Makes easy, it's not even a misclick. It's a click that was not inputted. A click that was not inputted. So there we go. I'm still fine, technically. I'm a little worried about that trap in the back, but I do have some cards to deal with spells and traps in this deck. Hopefully I draw one. If I do draw one, I can go aggressive this turn and start making my way back into the duel. Let's see what happens. I did not, but I still technically should go aggressive, and because I've already technically lost, because I lost too many life points to begin with, so... Yeah, and there's Bottomless. Okay, well, I'm still in the duel, technically. I was right about Bottomless, funny enough. And I'm just going to sit you. There we go. See, this is what I wanted to do all along. Simply that. Simply that. But game said no. Well, now I'm a zombie. Okay, so no more tribute summons, but your player could tribute summon monsters, which means I can still synchro summon monsters. Alright, which is exactly what I'm going to do, so my opponent will pay. My opponent will pay. It's time to rely on my synchros again after all this time. Seeing what my opponent's field is, I'm going to be dealing with a lot of pressure here. Lightning Vortex is going to be my best bet. I don't want you guys to see too much of the new deck. I want you guys to see it live, not, well, not live, but I want you guys to see it while it's in action, not simply by being shown. This gets me my Gaia card. Yeah, Gaia's coming out. And Gaia, funny enough, he's my level 6, not my level 7, but my level 6 has more attack than my level 7. Let's see. Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth. Let's get this going. This opponent doesn't stand a chance against you. There we go. And Zombie Master doesn't even work, so it's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, this is going fine. my zombie Gaia man is going to be able to win me the duel. Maybe. Possibly. Yep, go into defense mode where you belong. And that is perfect. I'm feeling a little bit better now. I could use this opportunity to take out the zombie masters, making the revival possibility much lower. Or I could go for Yogin, since these are all basically special summons. Which is a funny idea, technically. But with my life points as low as they are, I can't exactly risk that. So that still sucks. Since I happen to have 3 Mother Grizzlies, I kept the Mother Grizzly idea. Because being able to search my deck might save me. The thinning out of the deck will be very helpful. Getting more monsters out is very helpful. Alright, Gaia. Let's go ahead and destroy that. But this deck of mine doesn't have a lot... I think I still have Cure Mermaid, worst case scenario, but... This deck doesn't have a lot of protection or healing, so I kind of just have to rock my opponent's world. So with my unlucky misclick, we're going to be a little bit low on life points. Yeah, that was expected. Mizuki was going to hit me. But I don't lose anything in the end. I only gain. Hopefully I get Cure Mermaid. Cure Mermaid's an option, because if Cure Mermaid's an option, then we're going to heal a good amount. So what can Mother Grizzly search now that I've kind of thinned out the deck a bit? Ah, only Mother Grizzlies, really, and Cure Mermaid. So now I gotta hope I never draw Cure Mermaid, because I don't really have any other water monsters to choose from. Oh, no, I have that Ice Blast card that I use for Synchro Summoning. It just happened to be on the field already, so that's good, too. Never mind, I have good stuff. Alright, Divine Wrath is useless against Mizuki, sadly. I got my Lightning Vortex. Now it's an emergency card, because I don't even technically need it. Mizuki will be useless if I put Yogin face up, but I have to be a little careful. This is just to stop special summoning. I don't actually want to use Yogin's effect. But I do have to be a little careful with Yogin because him being so low in attack points. If my opponent can pull off... Well, no, because combos involve special summons, so I don't think there's any combo my opponent can pull off to stop me. Unless they tribute summon, but what are the odds that we're going to see a tribute summon? That's just wild. No! Don't! Yogin, you're not an attacker. If it's a direct attack, maybe I'll let you do it. But other than that, you're not an attacker. There you go. Now you're an attacker. Goblin Zombie, let's see. It's Ill Bud. Perfect. I'm very glad they chose that card of all things. Because they can't even summon that. So we're good. Yep. Everything's turning out the way I want it to. So now time to see what my opponent really plans. No special summons allowed. Just a third Goblin Zombie. Lucky you. And now special summons are going to be allowed again. And I take damage, which is a little unfortunate. I'm going to take 100 in total because I heal 800. Alright. And I'm going to lose a card from the top of my deck. Graceful Revival. I guess I didn't need it right now. Mizuki is now possible, but that's just a stall. Mizuki just removed itself from play. So I could just do this instead. Never mind. We're good. With Mizuki... You know what, Lightning Vortex? I don't need you. With Mizuki gone, this is perfect. Trying to bring back the king to save your life points, but it won't work. Hey, I got another Mother Grizzly. Funny enough, I don't really... I'm going to need Mother Grizzly for the damage, but I don't really need its special summoning effect anymore. My opponent's pretty much wide open, but they are allowed to special summon again, so if they can pull off their boss monster, the Dark End Dragon, I will lose. Other than that, I'm in a good position. In fact, I'm technically in a healing position. Now, are you going to get Plague Spreader? That's the one thing I'm worried about. No, Paladin of the Cursed Dragon is actually pretty damn good. Yeah, that could also be a problem. I have the strongest card on the field right now, but that Paladin can turn into damage, and damage turns into problems. So I'm kind of curious to see what my opponent chooses. Paladin, huh? How am I going to deal with you? Foolish Burial, damn it. Yep, that equals a Synchro Summon. They chose Paladin smart, or they could go for a Tribute Summon, but that'd be dumb. Illbud'd be dumb. Alright, so they got their Synchro idea, plus they get to use its effect. Yeah, they can make whatever they want. Why would you choose Yogin? You basically just stunted yourself. Oh my god, my opponent's an idiot. Okay, thanks to that, my opponent... Yes, I can't Mother Grizzly. Oh no. I still heal more than I take, and my opponent can't use Plague Spreader or Paladin thanks to Yogin. If I keep Yogin alive, I'm literally helping myself. My opponent just screwed themselves. And now I can heal. Alright, my life points aren't great, but they're better than what they were. Cure Mermaid, I don't want you to die, so we gotta kill that Cursed Paladin card. No matter what, they're probably gonna go for Ill Bud next turn. That's basically all they have in their hand. And that means Plague Spreader will come back no matter what. Yeah, no matter what I do, Plague Spreader's coming back. So, I should expect a problem. Which is why I left Raigeki Break on the field to stop any combos from happening. Oh wait, Plague Spreader was Special Summon. Never mind. To stop any combos from happening. There's the Tribute Summon. And on that Tribute Summon, I would like to activate my card. And now my opponent lost. That's a good old GG. And I get to heal up even more, so that makes me happy. It's like, but Cooper, can't you just stall to keep healing? Look, I don't trust myself. I believe my opponent will have like a Book of Life or something to screw me over. So I'm going to enjoy the heals I got in the end, and just hopefully heal on all the other opponents. So let's see Gaia go to work. And just like that, despite the difficulty of me... Well, it wasn't even difficult, I just made a misplay. And my opponent started really strong with 2 Zombie Masters and a Plague Spreader. That's like a really strong combo to start the duel. So, overall, good duel. Good duel. I did some good work there. Second duel's with the Cold Frozen World. I wonder what this deck's going to be like now that I don't focus water monsters. I still have water monsters, so I can still take advantage of their field spell. But the problem is, their monsters are pretty annoying, so let's see. Oh, my new Spell Striker, and my Prime Material Dragon from way back when. Alright, so I have some stuff, but Spell Striker isn't as good unless I can get a spell. And Mother Grizzly, I'm going to need you early, because I want to get Prime Material Dragon early. Torrential Tribute would also be good in case of an emergency. I'm just worried about Heavy Storm. But if Heavy Storm happens, it happens. I'll just live with it. Alright. Okay, there's Umikura, so they're not going to Heavy Storm me. That's good. I can Raigeki Break whenever I need to. They're setting a card. Okay, new traps. Okay, traps. Yeah, we got to worry about that. I don't technically have to worry about that if I get my card out here. Yeah, Prime Material Dragon doesn't care about trap cards, I don't think. Anything that tries to destroy me will pay the price. No. Alright, I'm going to use Raigeki Break a little early. It's, I know it's kind of awkward that I'm doing this, but I'm doing it. Spell Striker, in the end, I use you for... I actually plan on using you for Tribute Summon, but since I already got my Tribute out, I'm very glad I Raigeki Break. The Water deck is something you need to play a little bit defensively against. You gotta watch yourself. And I still have a card in my hand to use Prime Material Dragon's effect, in case of Mirror Force. Yay! This is working. Okay. This is good. Good things. Good things are happening. So, let's see what my opponent does about this. Monster Reborn doesn't affect me in any way, so that's fine. Wait, there's no level 4 tuners. Yeah, it doesn't affect me in any way still. They're just defending their life points. And that card could technically affect me, so I gotta watch out for that card. I need to always keep at least one card in my hand, therefore I could use Prime Material's effect. So let's see what I draw. I drew Yugioh, which will stop special summons, and it's already a little too late for that, but... yes, I'm going to go with Yugioh. A little bit weird, I understand, but if that opponent has Mother Grizzly, then this will be great. Yugioh can, thanks to the field spell, Yugioh can actually defeat the Penguin Soldier's defense stat. That's really funny to me. They did have Mirror Force, and I saved my Prime Material Dragon's effect for this very reason. Alright, and look at that. We don't have to worry about destruction cards like Mirror Force. Alright, so we stop Mirror Force, and if I'm correct about this, I could also Compulse to guarantee my safety, but then I can't protect Yugioh next turn. But if this is a second Penguin Soldier, then I just got unlucky. Wow! Oh! Oh! I thought the higher odds would be triple Mother Grizzly or anything but a double Penguin Soldier. Okay, well, that happened. I still have a TT, so that's good. I can't believe I got that unlucky. That kind of sucks. Double Penguin Soldier. Alright, let's see what you got. Damn it! They're not going to run out either. They have 4 Penguin... That's 4 Penguin Soldiers I'm going to have to deal with. Well, at least that means that's Penguin Soldier for sure. That's the good news. The bad news is Yogin's going to be in trouble. Maybe I could draw a beater monster? No, bottomless? Okay. Bottomless is Finny. Even though I want to eventually go for a tribute summon, we know that one Penguin Soldier's on the field anyway, so if they don't want to go aggressive, then they're going to pay the price. They went aggressive. That's all I've been waiting for. And now I can pop Penguin Soldier. No, I'm going to pop both of them. We can get rid of Penguin Soldier and one of them, which means now they have an open field, and if I draw a beater monster, great. If I don't, who cares? I'm in control of the duel again. All right. Beater monster. Beater You know what? That's fine. Yugioh will be used for tribute. Unless there is the situation where they summon Penguin Soldier in attack mode instead of setting it. I mean, yes, I have Compulse. Okay, I have Compulse. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just going to assume that I'm fine. Yugioh the beater monster. I've been using him in attack mode way too often in this Let's Play. Alright. That's the Penguin Soldier most likely. They got rid of their field spell so that I can't beat Penguin Soldier in defense points. No, they flipped it. That's really dumb. So now I can beat Penguin Soldier in, defense points. That's what? I don't understand. Maybe I wasn't meant to understand this game's logic. Maybe it's beyond me. It's on a new. It's in a new realm. Technically, I don't mind. I don't mind the Penguin Soldier getting its effect off if it means I get to kill it. So yeah, the AI had a good idea and then threw it away by flipping the field spell again. All I do is I put Yugioh back in the hand, so that's fine by me, honestly. And then I could just do it again. I give my opponent one turn, but there was the only other thing I could have done was 2,400 damage, and I didn't really want to do that. So let's just do this. And then if they summon a beater, I bottomless. And if they summon anything else, I can compulse. Oh look, it's a problem. That card, if it wasn't for the field spell, would be immune to my bottomless, but instead you killed yourself. And now you don't even get its effect. I like my field. Maybe I don't even need Prime Material Dragon. Maybe the stopping of the special summons helps me in this deck too. Hey, Graceful Revival. Are you level 3, Yugioh? You're level 3, so Graceful Revival doesn't work on you. But I have you for my other cards, because I actually do happen to have a lot of other cards now that are level 2 and below. Yugioh, we're done with you being aggressive. We're going to let 7-colored fish do that now. You're just going to sit there and be pretty, Yugioh, and just be like, haha, you can't use your special summons. And then I'm going to tribute summon and win the duel next turn. There's nothing that can stop me. With the field I have currently, there's nothing that can stop me. Okay, except a trap, but I have Giant Trunade for that. So yeah, no, nothing can stop me. We win. The perfect situation has happened. And this is the power of the new deck, everybody. I didn't lose a single life point. Yeah, I didn't have an opportunity to gain any life points because that's a rare thing for my deck. But I win the duel, so who cares? I'm going to go ahead and summon Prime Material Dragon off of Yugioh and win the duel. Alright, we're making it to the Judgment Dragon deck, which is the one I'm really scared of testing my deck on. Because the Judgment Dragon deck, Prime Material Dragon technically can beat it, I think. I've never tested that theory, because technically Judgment Dragon destroys the field, it doesn't target a monster. But it technically is destroying monsters, so I don't know if that counts. But I still have Yogins to stop the lightsworn deck. I just gotta hope my opponent bricks like they did last episode. Okay. We're in this. No life points, but maybe we can beat the Judgment Dragon deck. And if we lose, it's not... I don't blame it. I literally don't blame the game. If we lose, we lose. Okay. My opponent's starting passively, which means it might be the dog. And 2 back row cards, which makes me uncomfortable. I got Prime Material Dragon. If there's a way to summon it, then I won't have to be uncomfortable anymore. I'm assuming that whatever that card is, it's the dog, but I'm still going to set Mecha Bunny even though I don't want to use Mecha Bunny already. Because I can't think of any other lightsworns you'd want to set. Yeah, it's the dog. Okay. That's a shame. That is a shame. Alright, I'm gonna miss you, Mecha Bunny. I'm gonna miss you. And they threw away a bunch of cards, including Necro Gardna, and they tribute summoned, which means that I'm going to get rid of Celestia. Yeah, she gets to pop some cards on my field, and she throws away even more cards. But I get to get rid of her, so that's the good news. And I can chain both my traps to make sure I don't even take damage this turn. So yeah, I lost I lost everything to popping effects. But my opponent lost their field. Oh, they still have their back row. My opponent lost a lot in as well. But they lost so many cards. Yep, and that's why we Threatening Roar. Wow, that's why we Threatening Roar. That's unlucky as hell for us. But Penguin Soldier can completely counter Wolf. So unlucky that they got both, but technically can end up being super good for me. Thanks to Penguin Soldier. Because we do want those things in the hand. If Wolf goes to the hand, other than Solar Recharge, we're in a good position. Let's start counting to be careful. 1. They only have one different name in the graveyard that matters, so we're good right now. Penguin Soldier, get rid of the wolves. That's what matters. Cold Wave. Okay, so I can't use spells and traps next turn, but neither can they. Lumina. That's a problematic lightsworn. Okay, the dog is back, but luckily that's all they had. If they had more options, this would have sucked a little bit more. We're going to take some damage this turn, but Wolf is going away forever. Both of them. We're getting rid of the wolves. Alright, let's see. There we go. So the wolves are now trapped in the hand until they get their Solar Recharge card. And we take 1200 damage, which is a lot, because that's almost half of our life points. Ooh. And I can't use any spells or traps next turn. But I can get rid of Lumina. Oh, they have a trap, yeah. I can't risk getting rid of Lumina. Oh, they threw away more cards. Wow! The third wolf! Are you kidding me? Oh. Oh, that's not good. Yogin can technically get rid of all the special summons. Lumina's not one of them. But can prevent her from special summoning until after the battle phase. Alright, it's got to be done. I'm sorry if I lose Prime Material over this. Yep, I lost Prime Material. That sucks. Okay, yeah, this duel's getting stressful. If I had a full life point count, I could have made this different, but yeah, this is getting stressful. If she doesn't normal draw a monster, then we're fine. Then now she's going to be able to use her effect. That's the good news. It took this long. They're out of wolves, so they can't go for wolf anymore. Here it comes. What are we going to bring? Oh, well, I guess they could search wolf, but they're out of wolves to get from this effect. They definitely can Judgment Dragon whenever they damn well please, so yeah, this is just a GG. There's no way I come back from this. Absolutely no way. I'm expecting a Judgment Dragon right now. Damn. Alright. Alright, my opponent had a good hand. Foolish Burial, can't throw away wolf, but can throw away a new name. Alright, or Necro Gardna, whatever you feel like. And you're going to bring back the dog. How'd you get that wolf to the... How'd that wolf get to the grave? Wait a minute. You have 3 in your hand, I thought. Or 2 in your hand. How'd you get that wolf there? Alright, luckily for me, I could do some burn. And because you put Lumina in defense mode, I'm not going to lose everything. I already lost a bunny, though, so I'm a little bit sad about that. But I did buy myself another turn, so if I could get a damn good spell or trap card, which I can't even think of one that can save me right now, then I'll be okay. Technically, Yogin won't be enough. I was going to say, another Yogin would be kind of nice, but no, it's not going to be enough. If I had another Mecha Bunny, it would be. Alright, but I'm out of bunnies. A Mother Grizzly would be kind of nice, but I don't even think that would stall long enough for me to survive. And technically, going for deck out is... Oh, they lost Judgment Dragon is impossible because only one of the monsters has been doing this. Graceful Revival, funny enough, is going to kill me because it's in attack position. But we're not in the worst case scenario just yet. Once we see Judgment Dragon, we know it's over. And she should have Judgment Dragon by now. The fact that she hasn't summoned any monsters normally is kind of crazy. Alright, the third wolf. I don't know how those left her hand. I don't know what she did. I wasn't paying enough attention, obviously. Alright, that card is going to do exactly what it needs to do, and it's a guaranteed loss for me. She didn't summon a third wolf, yeah, maybe. Nah, it wouldn't have mattered. Alright, there we go. You know what? It's a new deck. We gotta work the kinks out. I gotta not make mistakes early on by misinputting, but whatever. I'm gonna summon the Mecha Bunny, because why the hell not? Mostly the Graceful Revival trap, for those of you that are curious, is there for me to be able to obtain a Tribute Summon, because my deck is more about Tribute Summoning. I go a little old school. Oh, you had Honest the whole time. Okay. And there we go, everybody. We've lost a duel. I'm not too down about this one. I know I can make it up next time. I just have to not play as weirdly as I did that first duel. That first duel was just it was a freaking mistake. So, that's the new deck, everyone. I think it has the potential to do it. Yes, I got a little unlucky, but no, I don't think I am going to stop. I think I can do this.